Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If there's anybody actually comes back and watches my videos, here with another review for you. Decided to go back with my cell phone for recording these because just the action camera. Noticed that the video is kind of choppy, but you know, I guess you can still tell what's going on. But anyway, I'm back with the cell phone, getting this done for you guys. Today what I'm going to review for you is the Smith and Wesson M&P 45. I'll start off with the round chamber, the mag in, okay, empty mag. Alright. Now, Smith and Wesson M&P 45. Okay. I have the mid-size. Yeah, mid-size M&P. If you guys are doing your research on these, you'll know that they come in 3 separate sizes. You got the full size, which has a 5-inch barrel, which will extend out to about here. And you've got the mid-size, which is this, has a 4-inch barrel with the full-size grip on it. And then you got the compact, which has a 4-inch barrel, but a compact grip on it. Alright, so it'll have less capacity. But with this one, the 4-inch barrel, the full-size grip, you get 10 rounds, double stack, 45. Okay, so as always, I'll start over some of the physical features of the gun, and then we'll go into some more technical aspects of it, I guess you can say. Alright, so we've already shown clear. Alright, we'll start with the sights. As you can see, we got the 3-dot sighting on there. These are just the factory sights on there. Obviously you can get all sorts of aftermarket, the Trigicon, True Glow, you know, whatever you want. Alright, now, one thing I really like are these very, very aggressive slide cuts. They're in the fish scale or snake scale, whatever. But they're very aggressive. They're very, very, very easy to grip onto. As you can see, you can't really tell from there, but they're very deep in there. And if you're ever shooting wearing gloves or whatever, you'll know that sometimes trying to rack the slide can be kind of hard if you don't have really good slide grooves in there. But those ones are very deep and they're very functional. I really love them. Alright, moving on, we got slide release, our takedown lever, our slide release, magazine release. Mine, I got the optional safety lever on there. And down here you have a takedown tool. You can use it to knock out pins, and my version has the magazine disconnect lever in there, so take this off and I use it to flip down the lever for whenever I take it down. Alright, whenever you get it, I don't have the box on me right now, but it comes in a nice hard box, and it comes with 3 different back straps on it. I've got the large on mine. Also comes with a medium and small. That's standard with their case, whatever. it'll always come with 3. Okay, so we'll keep on with the physical stuff. All right, up front you got a nice little rail system to mount lights, lasers, laser light combos, whatever you want to put on there. All right, moving over to this side, as you can see, it's ambidextrous safety, ambidextrous slide release, but the mag release is not ambidextrous out of the box, but you can switch it over. I'm a right-handed shooter, so I will never switch it over. All right, going back to up top. If you look right there, right in front of the 45 auto, see a little hole. It's a little peep sight for loaded chamber, and I will show you guys that in a minute with one of my dummy rounds. I think that's a pretty neat little safety feature. Also, if you don't look down in there, your extractor also protrudes whenever you have a round in the chamber. So pretty cool, pretty neat little safety features that I really like about this gun. Yeah, I think I find this a lot easier and a lot more functional than, you know, like on the Glock with only the protruding extractor. Because I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hurt any Glock guy fans. I mean, I own a Glock too, but it doesn't stick out very far. I mean, if you're just picking it up and pointing it, I mean, you're not really gonna notice. I mean, if you have it tucked into here, tucked into your chest, you know, it's still kind of hard to notice the extractor protruding. But if you have it tucked in your chest at the low ready, you can just look down and you will see that there is a round in the chamber. Now, it also comes factory with 2 10-round magazines. Let me show you guys something. It's my good mag. This is my bag mag. Alright, you can see it's got the X on it, so I know to not use it. Just grab this. Now, this came from the factory, mind you, exactly how I'm about to show you. Alright. See that? That is not how a magazine spraying is supposed to look. It's supposed to be nice, straight, and good to go. So, this mag, I mean, I've used it, but I've had just so many malfunctions with that mag. I just finally said screw it, put an X on it, and now it stays in my gun cabinet. So shame on you, Smith and Wesson, for sending that mag out. But you know, about the mags, I mean, they are, except for that freaking spring, they are pretty decent quality mags. I mean, they're nice, polished stainless steel. They go in and out easily. The exterior of them is, I mean, it's very good, very solid. So, I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to, you know, just, if I'm, you know, out shooting, if I find myself on concrete or anything like that, I would have no trouble dropping them and letting them just hit the pavement. I don't think it would affect it at all. Now this, yeah, obviously that's an issue. The spring in the good one, the spring feels very good, but I don't know what the hell happened with this one in the factory. It just, I don't know, I guess it slipped through quality control. If anybody Smith and Wesson ever sees this, like a replacement mag for that, please. I just don't feel like sending in paperwork. But alright, so onto the gun itself. Very good gun, very fun. I've always, going through magazines, I've always, seen them. I'm like, man, that's a really nice looking gun. I wouldn't mind having one of those. And I was out gun shopping one day, and they had one at the shop, and it was, this one, this flat dark earth with the black slide, which I think it looks good. Half a shooting's looking cool, right? But I picked it up, and it just seated right in my hand, and it just felt so good. And I just immediately I fell in love with it. If you guys follow my videos, you'll notice I usually like to change out my hand grips or my grips on my pistols, just because I don't like the way they feel a lot of the times. It doesn't feel quite ergonomic. But I mean, Smith and Wesson, I know they had spent like a ton of money into researching the ergonomics of hands and whatever, and how you're supposed to shoot. Yeah, it just sunk right into my hand. It just felt so natural from the beginning, and I had to buy it. So it is a very, very comfortable gun to shoot. The kick on it it's not bad. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's a heavy gun, but it's got a nice, good slide in it. It's got a good spring on it. And whenever I do a disassembly and reassembly of it, I will, you guys will see the spring in it, and it's pretty beefy. So it manages recoil very well. It is pretty accurate. I mean, if you guys follow my videos, I say it time and again, I am not a very good pistol shooter. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. But it's pretty accurate. I really like the stock sights on it. The 3-dot sight. I just find that a lot easier for me to acquire my target. But yeah, so, and if you guys know that I said earlier, there's several different versions out there. You got different sizes, with and without thumb safeties. This particular model, I believe, is the one that they were developing for the military whenever the military was seeking a new pistol to replace the M9, because that thing's a piece of crap. And one of the requirements for the military is that it has to have a thumb safety. So I do very much enjoy the thumb safety. I mean, it's just up for safe, down for fire. I wouldn't necessarily call it a safety. If you look inside the grip, you'll see that it's more of just a trigger block. It's got a little piece of metal that sticks up, and whenever you pull the trigger, it blocks the trigger bar from moving. But I mean, that works fine. I'm used to using safeties, so, and I unholster it. It's pretty easy for me to just come out and put it on fire, and then put it back on safe, and then holster it again. So I mean, that was my personal preference. I like the safety. A lot of people look at me whenever I'm showing them this gun, and they're like, "Why do you have the safety on there? Why'd you get it with the safety on there? That's just silly. It's a polymer striker fire gun. Blah 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 blah." well, I like the safety. I wanted to have it. I mean, it's all shooter's preference. All right. Let's see. The biggest complaint about that you will ever hear from an owner of an M&P, and it's the trigger. And good God, I agree. It was a terrible trigger. Let me say that it was a terrible trigger. The trigger originally around the chamber. Originally, I got a trigger job on mine, so it's a little bit different. Okay, it's not even charged. But originally, you would fire, or you'd pull the trigger, and let's see, it would go right about there. So there's like hardly any room left. And that's all the way back. And the reset would be something right about there. So, I mean, originally, it was a long trigger pull with, a halfway reset. But I got the Apex trigger kit, and hopefully this is in frame. I'm holding this with my chin again. You can see it fires up there. And then there's a reset. Now, a lot of people will complain about it being grimy or grindy. I don't know, just 100 different terms I've heard used with it. But that Apex trigger kit, the gunsmith that I had install it, he polished up my plunger and replaced the sear. Put in a new spring. I put the heavier spring in, the duty carry spring, rather than the light featherweight spring. I don't want to. Whatever. I don't want a lightweight trigger on a pistol. Now, if it's a bolt action rifle, yeah, all day long. So a lot of people complain about that. I picked up my Apex trigger kit for something like $120 on Amazon. It was definitely worth it. My gunsmith, he installed it. I got it the next day, and I spent $60 for him. So I mean, it was money well spent. So if you guys are looking at getting one of these, I would suggest that you pick up one of those. All right, I'm going to show you guys this little peep sight before I sign out here. You can see it's a dummy round, no primer in there, will not fire. There's no powder in there either. So I'm just going to load this up in the mag. Alright, so now we got a round in the chamber. You can just look down, and since you got that black slide with a nice shiny piece of brass in there, it's very distinct. You can tell that there's something in there. And yeah, the extractor, like most extractors, doesn't really stick out that well. If I were to stake my life on it, I would not trust looking at the extractor for for guidance if I have a round in the chamber or not. Something else I got done, when he installed the trigger, he polished up my feed ramp, and that actually makes a world of difference. One other complaint that I have about it, other than the mag, the factory trigger, is the slide release. It's not a big problem for me because I don't use a slide release whenever I shoot. I always rack it myself. But this is a very hard slide release to press down. I know a lot of people that use that. It's a little bit easier since there's no mag in there, but hang on. Sometimes when there is a mag and you're trying to chamber around, it is a bit of a pain. Okay. It's working for me today. Some days it doesn't work for me, but I don't know. Some people might not like that it does that. I think the gunsmith might have polished that up for me whenever I turned it into him, because he's a big M&P guy and he knows what to do with them to get them running right. But slide release, kind of hard, shitty factory trigger. And one shitty mag. I don't know if that's a common thing. Maybe that was just I just bought the wrong one. Yep. So I mean that's about all I can say. Sorry, my phone battery's getting low, so the flash on it just turned off. But good things. Very ergonomic, very comfortable to shoot. Different options. It's for any occasion, I guess you could say. You can get it with or without the safety. Get different colors. I know they've got all black versions. I think it's just flat dark earth with black and then all black. I think they might have a black with a silver or nickel, whatever, shiny slide. But they did recently release the VTAC M&P, and it's all flat dark earth with VTAC sights on there, which the sights are really nice on there. It's got the True Glow on top. It's dual sight, so they're a little bit taller. It's got True Glow day sights up top, and then tritium night sights on the bottom. And I know some people are probably sitting there thinking, well, that's kind of ridiculous to have two sights stacked up. I'd get confused. Well, I've shot with tritium sights before during the day, and you cannot see them at all, really. And the True Glows, same goes with those. At nighttime, you cannot see those at all, but the tritium sights light up. Alright, so back to the pros. Versatility, different options, barrel length, grip length, different sights, different colors, with without safeties. They also have a core version. I don't really know what the difference is. I think it's supposed to be a little bit more higher quality, like match grade barrel or something like that. Ambidextrous mostly from the go. Safety, slide release, safety, slide release. The mag release is reversible, but it's not ambidextrous. So you can take that for a pro or con. More pro. got your peephole rather than what everybody else does with just the red painted extractor. I'm going to say okay quality magazines, because one works great, the other one, well, I wouldn't put my life in its hands, or I wouldn't trust my life with it. So I'd say that's a bad mag. Versatility, it's got the different back straps to it. Yeah, the ergonomics of it. It's just a really good, solid gun. Maintenance on it is, you could look at it either way. It's got that one extra little safety feature where you have to take the mag out, and you have to flip down that magazine release lever. Where they did that because they wanted to eliminate people having to pull the trigger to pull the slide off, just as a safety point of view. You can take that for what you want. It's whatever to me. I'm not in a combat situation where for some reason I need to take the slide off my pistol. For one, if I'm in a combat situation, I'm using my pistol, shit done got bad. If I have to take my slide off in combat, I might as well just give up right there. But alright, I've yapped your ears off for long enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I kind of went on a little bit longer than I meant to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this review. I hope it helps you make a good decision. On my rating scheme, I'm going to give it 1 thumb up. And I'm not going to give it 2 because of the shitty mag that I got and the not so great factory trigger. But other than that, I love everything about it. I will definitely be keeping this for a long, long time. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like and subscribe it if you liked it. If not, well, I'm sorry, it wasn't a good review. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Stay safe and have fun.